friends, I will tell you about very quick method of shaft alignment. This method is based on face and rim shaft alignment method. You can make this figure or graph like figure, and then it will be always with you, and anytime you need to make alignment of that particular pump and motor, you can use this figure. And the only thing is that you have to make each figure for each equipment. Now, for example, this is for some your unit, some your equipment, pump and motor. So you will note down its coupling diameter, in the diameter on which the diameter of the circle in which dial indicator is rotating on the face. So I will say coupling diameter, but actually it is the diameter of the circle in which dial indicator is rotating on the face. L1 and L2. L1, you know, is the distance from the face of the coupling to the front support, and L2 is the distance from the face of the coupling to the back support. And when you take reading on the face to find out the correction for angular alignment, and you take reading on the rim for offset alignment correction. That is very easy. For offset, you just have to divide the total reading by 2. So this method is for vertical alignment by face and rim using this. This is a technique which will make your job very easy. So how we are going to make our job easy? Simply, for example, you have a machine, particular machine or equipment, rotating equipment. You note down the coupling diameter, and as per scale you draw it. Each scale is about 10 millimeter. So coupling diameter is 100 millimeter. So from here to here is 100 millimeter. Then L1 is 200, so from here to here is 20 scales, so this is L1 200 millimeter, and from here to here is 300 millimeter L2, from the face of the coupling to the back support. So these are from here to here as 30 scales, and on the y-axis you are taking one scale is equal to 0.1 millimeter. So what you have to do is that what is your angular reading? 30. Now this can be plus 30 or it can be minus 30. So depending upon the sign, if it is plus, you are going to add the shim. If it is minus, you have to remove the shim. This dial indicator, one small division is equal to 0.01 millimeter. So it becomes 0.3 millimeter. Okay. Let us now, how much shim we will need for correction of 0.3 millimeter? This is your coupling diameter, so we will take the angular reading, which is 0.3 millimeter, 3 scale, 1, 2, 3. So this is the point. So this is a transparent piece of plastic, so I will put it here, okay, on this point, okay, here, because it is vertical plane, so I have to, okay, and this is okay. So this one is, I will make it, okay. You can see here on this point and on this point I have put this line, I have put this straight line in alignment, okay, from this point to this point, from this point to this point. If it is on the table, then you have, it is easy. This is your pump and this is your motor. Motor is a movable where you have to add or remove the shims, and motor is movable. So here 1, 2, 3, 0.3 millimeter. So how much shim you will add or remove? From the front side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 0.6 millimeter. So if it is, so it is 0.6 millimeter, and here on the back side, on the back support, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It is about 0.9 millimeter. It can differ a little bit. So on the front side you need 0.6 millimeter shim, and on the back side you need 0.9 millimeter shim. If it is minus, if your angular reading is minus, then you are going to subtract these shims on the front side and back side. If it is plus, then you are going to add. Plus means that the motor is down, and minus means that the motor is up, and your fixture is fixed on the pump and you are taking reading on the motor. So this is how you can use this very easily. It will not take much time. Very easily, within few seconds or half a minute you can take this reading, and then you can divide the radial reading by 2. That will be your offset correction, and then depending upon the sign you can add on this angular reading, angular correction, and that will be your total resultant correction for angular misalignment and offset misalignment in the vertical direction. Similarly, you can do same method for in the horizontal direction. So as you know, before you have to do short foot correction and rough alignment before doing this with dial indicator. So this is very quick. For each piece of equipment you can make this figure and keep it in the file. Whenever you want to make alignment, you take this and this plastic your ruler, and you can perform the alignment very easily. No need to buy a costly equipment like laser, or maybe it is useful for some cases, but normally it is very easy and it gives good results. I have been in this doing alignment for a long time. If your reading is not as much correct as you want, then you can repeat it. That's all. So this is how you can do shaft alignment. Thank you very much.